Then I want us to move on from this.
You know, Ken has made the statement I wanted to start with. That I'll never, ever allow anybody to make me feel guilty of having been known a Kikuyu.
Yeah.
And our community will never apologize to anybody for being Kikuyu. Because the narrative being driven in this country and promoted by President Ruto himself through his supporters is to show the Kikuyu, is to portray the Kikuyu as a community that is an enemy of the other community.
How has he done that? How?
I mean, you just
quote.
need to listen to his supporters. Just give me time. You know, I don't interrupt people when they're talking, so I expect nothing less. You know, every time people who support President Ruto open their mouths to speak, they will tell you, you know, development was only going to one region. There is one region where people feel they are entitled. Yesterday, a senator insulted me. Told me, you Kikuyus are celebrating the death of Raila Amolo Odinga. Just to make me feel guilty of being a Kikuyu. With all the respect that I had for Raila Amolo Odinga. And I used to say it here while he was alive. So we will not accept to be made to feel guilty of being born Kikuyu. We will not accept to be gagged, not to speak when members of the Kikuyu community or when the Kikuyu community is targeted. And Trevor was in Kigali the whole of last week. And if you visit, those who have had an opportunity to visit the Genocide Museum, it is more what you are taken through is actually not, you don't see many things. What you are taken through is the history. What caused the genocide against the Tutsis of Rwanda? And it is exactly the same thing that is happening today. You just need to go to the social media. Everybody is you know, portraying the Kikuyu as the enemy of this country. And you know, that was the precursor in Rwanda. That the Tutsis, you know, feel superior than others. They take all the government positions. You know, they have no respect for others. It is the same narrative. And I want to tell the world to watch. Because what President Ruto is doing is laying ground for genocide against the Kikuyu community.
No,
we will not. Yes, we will, because I've just told you, Trevor. I've just told you, Trevor. I've just told you.
Media station. That is not a statement.
Yes, fine.
Because he himself has not actually spoken.
He hasn't.
And if you're saying that the supporters who are speaking on his behalf, then are you saying that the supporters of Rigiji?
I'll answer it. I'll answer it in this way.
I think
everybody has asked.
You have to make sure that it's not on record here.
Everybody here has asked. Kuru and Ken here. Both of them have said, has Rigiji issued a statement? They asked that. So I will ask the same. Has President Ruto issued any statement? You know, condemning those that have been propagating that particular narrative.
Nobody has said that specifically. People have just said that this conversation should not be steered away from the ethnicity angle. Everybody should take their own cross. That is what everybody has been saying, right?
That's it.
Including yourself.
Yes.
So then why are you dragging the president?
Yes, I'm going to tell you why. You have listened to Ken here. He has said, he has taken you through a chronology of events that have happened. That Kenyatta let Jaramogi Oginga down. And it's true. That Kibaki did not honor the MOU, and I had referred to it also, between him and Raila Amolo Odinga. Do you remember how Ken concluded? That if we want to make amends with the Luo community, then these things that have been done by leaders from the Kikuyu community to leaders of the Luo community then need to be looked into. He was referring to the community, not the individual.
But this is what I'm trying to say, that we should be focusing on individuals.
That's it. Now my question.
A conversation between you and Ken is a conversation between you and Ken, not between the Kikuyu and the Luo.
Because
Ken doesn't necessarily speak for all the Luo. And you don't speak for all the Kikuyus yourself.
He said that the Luo community has been let down. He said that. And that's why I'm saying, when Ken says that, then at that time, it is not the leaders, it's the community. When in our place, a leader does something, it is the community, not the leader. So what we are saying is, we are only asking to be given our fair share of, of the freedom to express ourselves. And I want to say this. We have never complained, though most of us who support Rigathi Gachagua, we have never complained that ODM came to government. We have never complained. And I may want my brothers here to talk of an incident where we ever complained that ODM was brought into government or came to government. And I want to also say that we did not say that we are not represented in this government. We did not see this as a community. What I said, and when I mentioned those names, when it was my time, what I said is, Trevor, today, if somebody is married, you cannot kick out your wife and bring in her cousin, and say, why are you complaining of having been divorced? And anyway, the person who replaced you is your relative. I mean, the pact was between. And whatever you have done as a family, the properties you have been able to acquire as a family, it is you and that wife. You cannot say, I will be okay if I throw away this woman, sorry to use that word, this woman, and bring in a cousin.
Yeah.
Because anyway she'll be represented.
Okay.
I mean, it's the wrong narrative.
Okay.
I mean,
Trevor,
so
let him conclude then.
Let's
give him a minute.
And you know, Trevor, Ken has gone to an extent of saying that Badi is not a Luo, he's a Suba. It's a fact. I also want to tell you, Ken, if you didn't know, that Mithika Linturi is a Meru, not a Kikuyu. I want to tell you that Justin Muturi is an Embu, not a Kikuyu. So what we are saying is, let it not be that any member of the Kikuyu community, when they say something, then it's tribalistic. When anybody else talks about or speaks for a person from their community, that is not tribalism. It's only tribalism when a Kikuyu refers to their community, while others are referring to their community. What did the Speaker of the National Assembly say the other day when they were doing empowerment in court? You Kalenjins, especially you Kalenjins, must protect your son. That was not tribalism. If that has been said in Kikuyu land, that would have caused a national furor. So what we are saying is, we are in Kenya by right. Every community is
so is everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So let it not be like when you talk about that. When you talk about tribalism, it is when a member of the Kikuyu community refers to their community, but everybody else has permission to refer to their community, talk for their community, and that will not be branded tribalism.
No.
But when a Kikuyu does, that's tribalism.
Everybody has
that is what we
speak
refer
for their community.